Hi, I come from a very conservative family, and I have a lot of conservative friends, and but I'm a leftist, I'm a liberal, whatever you want to call me. I was just wondering do you think it's important for American citizens to value a healthy relationship between the two political parties?
Well, first off, I want to say you aren't a leftist and you are a liberal. So I think it's important to distinguish that. Leftists are intolerant and don't want to hear conservatives speak. The fact that you shut up today proves that you're a liberal and you will defend our right to be able to speak freely. So I just wanted to make that important. Don't call yourself a leftist, you're a liberal. And we love to have dialogue with liberals. And I 100% think that there does need to be more productive dialogue. We do our part by having these events, and we encourage them to invite if there's the young Democrats, we want them to be here. If there are the young socialists, we want them to be here. We want you in the front of the line, because the only way we're going to be able to have a productive dialogue about anything is if it takes place really in these sorts of rooms, in a college environment where you're supposed to challenge your ideas so that you actually know what you think.
Yeah, but what is the incentive for liberals to come here if, I mean, I just listened to you, my conservative friends just listened to you, and you blasted liberals for the past hour.
Leftists.
I mean, you blasted liberals. I mean, you're painting liberals at this broad stroke of being leftists that are unpatriotic.
But there's a difference, and I said this. I said AOC is splintering the party, and there are leftists and there are liberals.
Well, when you don't talk about the liberals and you just talk about leftists.
There's like Alan Dershowitz. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, and in terms of the leadership, listen, in terms of a leadership, and I think that you're a sound liberal, and I think you can acknowledge this, is that there has been, in terms of a leadership in the Democrat Party, we are seeing a more radicalized movement. So we're here to talk about those radicalized elements because our hashtag is socialism sucks, right? People, this is what we believe in. And I'm sorry if we didn't make that distinction early on. I thought I did a great job of saying that if you're a liberal, we're happy that you're here. And we always say that, but I do think there is a big difference between liberals and leftists. And I said that I think liberals will eventually end up joining more of our side because we are the tolerant ones and leftists are completely intolerant.
I have a question for you. Have you ever gone to a liberal speaker that's come on campus?
No.
Never? Okay.
I have not. I read Fox News, I read CNN, I read the Times, I read the Journal. So I think I'm a pretty fair voice to hear in this.
That's fine, but there is a point I'm making here, which I would be dumbfounded. I've never seen it, and maybe someone can correct, where a liberal comes on campus and demands the conservatives go to the front of the line to ask a question. That just doesn't happen. Our strive towards civility is this exactly, having tough conversations with people that we disagree with, by demanding they go to the front of the line, that we can have debate, that we can have dialogue, we can have discussion, we can have discourse.
But this isn't debate. I mean, when conservatives talk about how Fox News brings liberals on, they have 3 conservative pundits bully a liberal pundit. That's what happens. And I mean, it doesn't take a liberal.
There's no one that's done more Fox News hits than me and Charlie, and there's no one that's done more debates on Fox News than me. And I'm telling you, I've sat across from liberals. It is not 2 people against 1. It is one-on-one, and we have a discussion and debate. You can go on any YouTube clip, so I can debunk that as someone who's experienced it. Secondly, I'll say this. 80% of everything that is on television is catered for you, okay? Let these people in the room finally hear their perspectives heard, okay? It is so rare for conservatives to be welcomed on campus. Everything that's being taught in the classroom is for you, okay?
Can I say one more thing?
In a society that is catered towards liberals, where everything that they turn on TV is mocking them. Saturday Night Live is mocking them, okay? 80% of the news stations is mocking them, making it seem like they're uneducated, unintelligent, and from the South. That's the perspective of a conservative Republican. It's okay for us to stand up on a stage and represent conservative beliefs. And we have not been hostile. We have not been nasty. We welcomed you. We gave you an applause, and I'm glad that you're here. But don't make it seem like we're doing something wrong because we're allowing them to, for the first time ever, hear their ideas on a college campus.
Here's where you mischaracterize me, because there is a leftist media bias. So you're misusing your opportunity.
Learn how to take a compliment. You stood up and I said, you're a liberal, thank you for being here. Now you're saying I'm mischaracterizing you. Are you going to go leftist on me? I literally handed you a compliment as soon as you stood up, and I stopped you and I said, you are a liberal, you're not a leftist, because you're here and we're glad you're here. What more do you want?
I don't care if you compliment me. I want you to listen to me. And what I'm
literally
trying to
have the
say,
microphone.
what I'm trying to say is that there is a leftist bias in the media, and you have a great opportunity, and a lot of conservative pundits have a great opportunity to provide a fair voice, and instead they do the same thing liberal journalists do and push agendas and narratives.
What
and
did
it
we
doesn't
say that
take
was
somebody,
untrue?
It doesn't take somebody liberal to see it. Everybody sees it.
What did we say that was untrue tonight?
You just painted. It's not that it's untrue. It's just sweeping statements.
No, give me a fact.
You're not giving any facts. You're just pushing sweeping
Okay,
statements.
I'm giving you the opportunity.
gave
What did
hundreds
we
of
say
facts.
tonight that was untrue? That was us just pushing an agenda.
It's not that it's untrue. There's just no facts.
Okay, so
and
it's true.
statistics.
Next question.
Yeah.
This is why Kamala Harris, who will never, ever be president of the United States, is talking about Tupac and Biggie music that never came out, which she claims she smoked marijuana to in college. Because she thinks that black people are stupid, and the way that she's going to appeal to us is just by saying, I smoke pot and I listen to hip-hop music. How insulting is that? This is why Hillary Clinton, who is still not the president of the United States, love that, right? It's great. This is why she offered my community hot sauce, if you guys remember. Hot sauce as a reason to vote for her. She offered us hot sauce, a Jay-Z and a Beyonce concert. She never talked to us about policies. The left never talks about policies because their policies have failed Black America for the last 60 years. The truth is that the left and the Democrats never, ever, ever, ever want to fix Black America because they stump on our issues year after year. If they fixed our issues, they would have nothing to stump on or to talk about. They wouldn't be able to just continually keep calling the other side racist. They want Black America to stay broken. They don't want us to ever have opportunities. They want to continue to give us handouts and not hand-ups. Never in a million years did the left predict Donald J. Trump, and I'll tell you what they also are not predicting. They never predicted a minority awakening. They never thought that they could ever lose the black vote, ever. They've taken our vote for granted for so long. But things are starting to change, and they're starting to change because, and I'll tell you guys what the magic secret is. I'll tell you how I've been able to transform so many hearts and minds in the minority community. The secret is that I simply tell them the truth. The truth is on our side as conservatives. Truth number one, America is not a racist country. The people that continue to tell us that have a vested interest in racism. In fact, they're actively now importing Nigerians to come do racist acts in this country, a la Jesse Smollett, right? This is MAGA country. No, this is your prison cell, and I hope you rot in it, Jesse. Truth number two, abortion is murder. I ask myself all the time, doesn't it seem to you that progressive policies always lead to regressive results in the black community? It's amazing, isn't it? Abortion, so progressive. They want to move that forward. We need abortion. We have black women representing 6 to 7% of the population, and yet we account for almost